The Republic of Yemen, occupying 527,970 square kilometers, with an estimated population of about 27 million, is located on the southern end of the Arabian Peninsula in Western Asia. 2011. From the beginning of the year, a new wave of protests rose against the tyrant regimes in the region, and people of Yemen too started protesting against the tyrant regime of Ali Abdullah Saleh, which led to his resignation after a year of struggle and conflict. That was an alarm for Saudi Arabia. Ali Abdullah Saleh was one of the main allies of Saudi Arabia, and with their help, his vice president, Abd Rabbu Mansour Hadi, took office as the next president. But people continued their protests. Finally, Mansour Hadi was forced to resignation too and left the country. From now on, Saudi Arabia started intervening, directly and indirectly, in Yemen's affairs, including by arming al-Qaeda forces or financially aiding Mansour Hadi's supporters for a coup. Finally, Saudi Arabia started a military intervention in 2015. A war for restoring the resigned president to power, and with the excuse of preventing and endangering the safety of the countries in the Persian Gulf. But during this assault, Saudi Arabia didn't just target the military bases, they attacked public properties, urban infrastructures, medical centers and schools in the country. 763 education centers, 274 medical centers, 302 water supply posts, along with so much of the country's infrastructure, was destroyed in 2 years by Saudi Arabia. Now, 2 years after Saudi Arabia started the war, 20 million of the 27 million population in Yemen is in need of international aid. 14.8 million don't have access to healthcare, and 10.3 million are in extreme need for help to stay alive. Famine got worse after the war in Yemen, and 17 million people, about 2/3 of the population, don't have food security. 7.3 million of this population are dealing with extreme food shortages, of which 1.2 million are children with malnutrition. But the worst part is realizing that as a result of destruction of medical infrastructure and drinking water in the country by Saudi Arabia, cholera outbreak affected the whole country. On April 27th, the United Nations released a report showing there are 453,175 possible cases of cholera in Yemen, of which 2,000 died. Although now with the medical advancements, only 0.5% of cholera cases lead to death, with the destruction of more than half of the medical centers in Yemen, and medical drug and equipment shortages, alongside Saudi Arabia's prevention of sending any form of aid to the people or inaccessibility to the cholera patients because of the war, cholera took thousands of lives.